Sports Rewind Digital Podcast. We're live. Joined with BJ tonight. We've got a special guest coming up. We're live on Facebook, YouTube, X, and tonight we're having a go on the TikTok. So if you're on TikTok, make sure you give us a like and tell us what you really think, because we have no idea with that. Randall, what's been going on with you, mate?
Oh, not much, mate. Just finishing up the Central Coast comp at the moment. I think we've got grand finals coming up this weekend, so both the boys are featuring in the grand final. One for under 15s, one for under 12s.
Nice.
I think both their teams finished minor premiers, so they're pretty pumped. They've been out in the backyard every day, throwing and hitting, getting prepared.
Make
You
the
just
team a plug. What's their name?
it's Rebels, mate. Rebels baseball on the Central Coast. So they're pumped. I think the Little League is Rebels, both Rebels teams. So Rebels and Royals are playing each other.
Yep.
First and second, and then under 15s Rebels versus Pirates.
Yeah, right. Nice. Should be a couple of good games. The boys have played well all year, I've heard.
Yeah, they've both had good years. So only game that matters is this one.
That's it. Ain't first, you last, Ricky Bobby. Hey,
Right.
we've got a special guest tonight, mate. Special guest. He's been a friend of ours for a few years. Played a bit of baseball. As a kid, I remember watching him play some National League, and gets me a bit, goosebumpy, sort of talking about those old days, Parramatta Stadium and the likes. I think it was the Parramatta Patriots back in the day, the Sydney Wave. You probably got a baseball card of him, have you, Randall? Did you dig that out?
I did. I don't know where I've put it now.
Come on, mate. Come on. You're joking. Yeah, one job, Randall. You've had 2 weeks' notice for this. Bloody hell.
I've got a few of them, actually.
Anyway, let's get him on anyway. Mark Dollimore. Dolly, how are you, mate?
Hello, Randall.
Here to
How you
talk
going, mate?
a bit of baseball, mate. We know you played a bit of baseball. You'll just tell us about your Monday night league. Mate, don't worry about what you've done in the past. Let us know about that. What's going on there?
Mate, it's just the Greater Baseball League up here, they call it. They have a Masters league on Monday nights. They have 2 divisions.
Yep.
And we scrape into the second division, mate.
Beautiful.
Don't take life too serious. Hey?
Couple of beers?
Well, after.
Yep.
But not like the old Toronto days, mate.
Long neck before the game, long neck during.
Are you rolling the arm over Dolly?
Yeah, geez, it's sore.
Over?
Well,
or
yeah.
Under?
True story. True story.
Yeah, I think I probably hadn't pitched in about 6 years, and coach asked me, what do you reckon, do I have a throw? I said, yeah. How many you can go? I said, I don't know if I'll get out of warm-up. Anyway, I threw 95 pitches first outing.
Jesus.
So I haven't recovered.
So that was Monday night. Who wiped your ass on Tuesday and Wednesday?
Just left-handed, Hudson. You know we're good at doing it the other way.
Left-handed. Mate, we all know you played a fair bit of baseball over the years. I guess what are some of your highlights of playing baseball? There's probably quite a few.
Oh, definitely winning the ABL with the Sydney Blues back in 94, 95. I'm pretty sure it was the year, Hudson. That was coached by a guy called Darren Balsley. He's managed in the big leagues. He was pretty special, Balsley, bit of a weird one. But we had a really good side that year. And on the back of Gary White, we took out Sydney's only ABL championship.
Yep.
But there's been heaps of played with, against. Always a highlight is to play with Brendan Kingman.
Yep.
probably still one of the best players in the league running around, mate. So just a bit of a freak BK, and to play with the Murphys back in the day, the Wales, the Everinghams, Fingalsons, Willow, even Mark Marino came back the year we won it.
Yep.
So there's some really old names. I was still a kid then, so Scotty Tunkin, Craig Stone. It was a pretty decent squad. So
Is there
that's probably
anyone you
been
left out, mate?
highlight.
Jesus, what a
Eh?
team, eh? What a team.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. There's more to that team, but I think, mate, a bigger highlight you could say is when you've coached. I really got a lot out of coaching, mainly third grade, second grade. You're sort of giving something back to the game, which I get a bit of a thrill out of that. And he's both been coached by me or along the way, and Randall knows how fun it can be. So
mate,
that's always a highlight.
I know Davo's not here tonight, but that second grade team, I think it was the Marlins maybe 10, 11, 12 years ago, however long it goes now. But that was an unreal team. You blokes had so much fun.
Oh, mate, we got pretty lucky. Sean Smith didn't want a few of them blokes. So me and Dave just kept putting our hand up saying, oh, yeah, okay, we'll play. And I think we won 2 in a row. And then they might have lost the GF. I didn't play with them for a year or so. And then I came back and coached the second grade side. And once again, old Smithy did you a favour and didn't want a couple of players. So we ended up having a crash hot team that year too. But definitely that was a really good year. Really good 2 years with Davo and the likes of some of them players. Hello, you were playing first grade at that time.
I couldn't get a run in your team, mate. I was one of those guys that he wouldn't let me go down there.
Got dropped from second grade.
In the first grade team, but
dropped from second grade into first grade.
That's right. Yeah. Absolutely.
No, that were really some really good teams. If you could put one of them teams back together in the Masters Cup, you'd be doing all right.
Oh yeah, that would be good. Yeah. What about some of the Sydney Major League days, mate? I know you talk about the Marlins. I know you had a few stints elsewhere. Cronulla was one of your mainstays early on.
Well, born and bred down there with Cronulla, mate. First ever coach was a bloke called Pete Munro. You might know him, hello. He was around the league for a fair few years, and Pete was just the epitome of a baseball coach, mate. Him and his brothers used to coach us, and their father, and learn how to play baseball the right way, And then after a long period, we got a bloke called Tad Powers out who turned our club from zeros to heroes, mate, within about 2 years. Next minute, we're winning every under-18 comp, third grade comp, second grade comps. We finally got a couple of first grade comps. And then in the wintertime, we reaped the rewards too, So most definitely had some really good coaching growing up down that way. And I noticed Tad's on the Central Coast at the moment.
Yeah.
Playing with the Pirates.
He's doing lots of coaching.
He's been holding his baseball. Yeah, he's been holding his baseball camps apparently, and he ain't getting that many numbers, which is kind of sad. But mate, he would not have forgotten a goddamn thing about baseball. If anything, he's probably gotten better on teaching the game. So it's a bit sad that old Central Coast didn't really run the ball up on that one, but there's always opportunity.
Yeah.
But he's definitely up there with them.
Their comp's growing again now. They've both my boys are playing down there in summer. They've gone from 3 or 4 teams last year to 5, 6 teams in their different age groups this year. So it's good. There's a lot of Newcastle kids going down during summer to play. So it's good.
Well, that should have always happened. For years we've been trying to do the merge and making a really good, strong comp.
And that's what it's all about, isn't it? Like, I know we always talk about, we go down to Mingara and Mingara comes up to us. It helps strengthen both both competitions. But now you got, Wildcats are sort of linked with White Sox, or they were, and different things. Unofficial, of course, unofficial links, but
Yeah,
it's good. It helps both clubs out, both associations out. That's for sure. But
Toronto had a pretty big affiliation with the Wangaroos for a bit there, mate,
that was
and
pretty
vice
good. That was some
versa.
good days. Hey, we had a fair few sort of players that
I
used to
think
go down, play on the Saturday, and then
both the Motorsports used to come down, mate.
Yep. I had a couple of games there, and Toddy
Yeah.
Nick was playing with us, and it was good teams. Good teams.
Yeah.
So
Managed to win a comp or two.
yeah, couple of wins in there. That was always good times. Mate, I know you're pretty passionate about ABL and the locals and the juniors and stuff. Did you catch much of the ABL this year?
I watched a bit on the on streaming wise, mate. I went to about 3 or 4 games up here in Brizzy. I got to see Wellesley pitch against the Bandits. I think it was the only game he bloody lost, mate. It was rained out in the ninth. Anyway, but I'm always looking to see who's in the rosters, mate. And the Sydney Blake's just come up on the screen, who I didn't get to see play all year. But
He wants you to give him one anyway.
let's go, you bloke.
You had to give one.
Hey, save it for October, mate. Save it for October.
Yeah. Just after having a look over the last few years, you've seen the influx of imports, which it's good for the game too. But now I'm looking at some teams who got 8, 9, maybe more.
Yeah.
Back in the day, it was 4.
Yeah, I know.
And you were affiliated with a major league club,
Yeah. There's a point system that I'm not 100% sure with. I know we talked about it a few weeks back, saying that we did like the idea of imports in the fact that they're bringing the game to a higher level, but we also talked about the younger kids maybe missing out on their shot at an ABL team and not playing, and then they go to college and then come back and they're done with the game or whatever. So
that's. I was having a chat with a guy about that after I'd written a post about it's not the IBL, it's the ABL. He reached out and sent me a few messages and said, mate, I understand what you're saying, but it's a little different. A lot of the kids are getting the opportunity to go to college more than there was opportunity back in the day, but it seems to have happened a bit more these days.
yeah,
So therefore, you do lose that crop of players there at the age, which made the ABL exciting.
yeah,
Getting to play with some older heads and then have 4 or 5 good imports. Some guys they're sending you over. You look the next season, they're in the big leagues.
yeah,
So as a kid, you're looking at that and you're going, wow, But there's more opportunity now for them in college. So hopefully they don't come back from college burnt out. I don't think they should.
yeah.
But so that kind of puts a bit more pressure on your high skill sort of teams that they used to have running around back in the day, the academies and things like that, where you don't really see that too often.
Yeah.
So that's where a lot of these younger kids used to be affiliated with it. This was Sydney's way anyway. I'm pretty sure it would have happened in other states. So
Yeah, for sure.
maybe college is a better thing, they get educated, but I just like them to wind back some numbers on some of them import games, mate. You're sitting there watching 15 blokes run around that you don't know who, where they've come from. They're just an import. And I'm sure they're all good blokes, mate, and they're great players, and they like being here. But I probably not watch because Mickey Campbell's not playing, or Hutto's not playing, or you don't know anyone in the side.
Yeah. No, I agree, mate. I did enjoy the fact that Sydney did have a lot of their kids that have gone through that Sydney the different Sydney leagues this year, and they had a younger team with a lot more of those Sydney players. They still had their imports, don't get me wrong, but the likes of Solomon Maguire and the like Jalen Ray and all that, they were refreshing to watch this year. I really enjoyed watching the Sydney games, whereas the past 2-3 years have been a little bit, average, I guess.
Yeah.
But it's been.
Well, they're just probably growing they're probably growing as men and baseballers,
Yeah.
And they've held their spot. I'm sure they put some imports out of a game or two, and they'll probably want to rest. But then, I look at what's his name? Came up to Brisbane and caught. Was it Jake Burns?
Jake Burns, yeah.
Well, that kid's just come from pro ball, released or whatever his deal is, and he started catching games, but he's catching 2 games in 8 days. What was he used to catching?
Yeah.
6
day.
games in 8 days, and all of a sudden he's down to 2 games a day or 2 games a week, and he can't get in because of the catcher from overseas. And that's a kid that we watched in a Little League World Series grow up with young Blake Cavell, and now he's struggling to play in an ABL side out here,
Absolute legend of a bloke too. Most down to earth kid, well, man now. Cambo says 100% great mix in Sydney. Best I've been around in my time. He obviously didn't play in a Wild Roos game, mate. Hey? Bloody hell.
No, they look like they were having a good time. There's no way I'm beating up on them saying they were shit house or they were minor premiers. But you'd like to see a little bit more Aussie homegrown kids in there. But as we just talked about, college and some other things are not letting that happen. I was just wondering how Cambo feels leaving Canberra.
Yeah, I know. I think it would be a tough one, mate. And,
after travelling down that highway, doing the hard yards, he comes home and they win the flag.
Yeah. I tell you what, that series...
Same as Bossy, eh?
Yeah.
Retires.
That series, mate, after Christmas, they turned it on, didn't they? They were red hot Canberra team, so...
They had some momentum coming in. Just winning them big games in the last inning or getting that one big hit, they were doing that.
Yeah.
It was led by probably Robbie Perkins, and, they were having a good time doing it.
2 out, top of the night stuff too, like scoring 2 to win, and that, like baseball. They just played good baseball.
Yep. Having fun doing it.
I got a couple of pictures I got here, mate. You got a bit of Marlins, Petersham. Is that Ruse up top right? Who's that? I can't remember.
That's Lovedale Brewery, mate. We went away with the Pan Packs, and we were sponsored by a brewery from the Hunter. I think he gave us something stupid like 30 cartons to take up.
Lasted 2 days.
I was going to say, what'd you do after day 3?
Yeah. So there was the likes of Peter Long, Roachy, Lenny, Cammy, Simon Flynn. Mate, if I miss someone, Brownie, Kelzer.
Good team.
So, yeah, we overachieved off the field, let me tell you.
I bet you did.
But, yeah.
There's a few pictures here. There's one up at the bottom right there with Davo taking the ball off. Is it Cambo there?
Cambo.
It's like Cambo.
That was a semi.
Fresh.
That was a semi-final.
Mate, the best one.
What was his name? Scotty. You used to catch for Belmont young kids, Scott.
Blonde-headed
Pretty
kid.
good player.
Yeah. He was a good bloke.
Yeah, that was a semi-final there at Blacktown, and something happened, and we lost a few players, and all of a sudden I have to play second base for the semi-final and the prelim. And then come back for the grand final where we got the likes of Mickey Ashton and all that back, so I missed out.
Nice. Nice.
I didn't mind that.
Funky Phil wants to know why aren't you wearing his hat? Come, Funky.
I never received it, Phil.
There you go.
If I had it, I would have been wearing it.
Gigi says he's going to see you on the bus.
Yeah.
For those that don't know the bus, mate, maybe I know what happens on tour stays on tour, but maybe you could go through the passenger for us. What's going on
story
here?
on it. There's a pretty good see Randall nearly vomited.
Yeah. Fashions
There's
of
a good
field,
story
best
behind
dress.
that.
Did you get best dressed or did you miss out, Dolly?
Fashions of the field.
Well,
Best
they give Norman. They give Justin Norman the invite to go in for best dressed, and he said, "Yeah, mate, go in." So I wasn't really meant to be in there, and they didn't call me name up either. I just walked up like I won it. And the pants I got, if you look a bit closer, they got a big shit stain on the back of them.
Oh, Randall.
There's a certain bloke in the studio that, he refused to wear them. He nearly cried.
It was a hissy fit, wasn't there?
Yeah,
Pants off in the middle of the pub, thrown across the room.
Kids were coming up to me. Oh, mate. Kids were coming up to me at the races. Hey, mister, you got toilet paper out your bum and everything. I said, it's all right. Don't worry about it.
I love the chasing the tail like a dog too.
Oh, God.
That was a classic, mate. I think I'd be the only bloke that could have pulled that off.
Yeah.
Guaranteed.
It came out the other day.
It's your brother's fault we're all like that.
We're at the Super Bowl the other day and we were talking about that one and also the fry pans chidge, but we won't go there. We won't go there. So what happens on tour stays on tour. The fry pans. We won't go to the fry pans. So I'm not sure. Not 100% sure what that one is.
Whatever you said, I agree with Hutto.
Yeah.
Just tell that bloke the security guard it's all good.
I couldn't hear you.
Zano's piped in with Shane Campbell and Wolf were too busy cuddling in the bus to see it. Well, they've obviously had a big day, I guess. Big day.
I think there was another bloke cuddled up in the bus too, and he missed out on half the day as well, didn't you, Randall?
Yeah, and another one as well, Paddy Marr too. There's four of us, I think.
Paddy Marr went missing.
There were four of us.
Not as good as Joshy Alexander the first trip, mate. The best tourer yet, buddy. Yeah, strap yourself in, brother.
Oh, the horse whisperer.
I heard he's coming back this year for a game too, right?
He is, mate.
He's
back this year.
I think the old Toronto boys are going to get a few blokes back here and through the grapevine.
Yeah, mate. I've had a couple of messages during the week. So
there's been a few names. I won't say them, but they reckon they're going to go back to the mighty Toronto, mate.
I heard. I think I know the names that you're saying. They might have had an A against their hat at some stage. So
yeah.
Yeah, no.
Is it still $5 beers down there?
Yeah, mate.
$3.50, I think. What are they at, Randall? $5, are they?
$5, yeah. $5 beers. Oh, we've got the hard solos now, mate.
Yeah, you can't get.
The more you drink, the more you save.
That's right. That's right. What about your Toronto Tigers days, Dolly? How many years did you have with us, you reckon?
Tigers?
Yeah.
Oh.
Well,
I think we won 3 in a row, didn't we?
What grade? First grade?
Second grade.
Second.
The year I left, you won first grade.
Yeah, I left the year before, mate. Don't worry about that.
That's all right. Yeah. But I think I did 4, maybe 5 years.
Yeah, right.
Maybe
mate,
4.
some good
Is that all? I
times.
thought it might have been more.
I know we talk about the early days of Tigers where we were really crappy, and then that was the era where we were coming good and we were good. It was some quality.
50th year?
Quality. What was that?
The 50th year, it didn't.
50th
It's
year.
when you had
That was
Matty
like-
Smith and Nathan Young and all that go up.
Yeah, that was some time ago.
Yeah.
What are we up to now, Randall? It might have been the 60th anniversary, Dolly.
Might have been, yeah,
It's
because
around about
75
75.
was last year.
We
Yeah.
struck a deal with Joey Manaroa, I think, down at the Roos, that we'd get Boss and Mates back as long as we fed a few players up there. And then it looked like that they were going to miss our grand final playing yours.
I remember that.
But it didn't work out that way.
I just got a message from Cav, and he said to say hello.
Yeah.
He can't comment for some reason. So
That's
Good to
all
say
right. That
hello.
might have been the bloke. That might have been a bloke showing me a few lines about the college and.
there you go. He knows a little bit about the college system, that's for sure. These young blokes doing well. I think he had 3 for
Yeah.
or 4 for on his first college game, D1 for Troy. So
Mate, I think
good to see.
all 3 of his kids have done well with a baseball bat in their end.
Yeah.
One of them's just made the Australian side, hasn't he, Talon? Or
Yeah, under 18s. They're
then-
all good kids too, and that's
yes.
what it's all about. And
Yeah,
mate, plenty of good baseball stories to tell. Yeah, favorite time. I've had plenty of favorite times as a kid watching you, mate. I remember you talk about Tad Powers, and I know Davo talked about. I think he might have been playing for the Colonials back in the day when they used to go down to Cronulla there, and you had Tad
Tonkin.
Powers Tonkin throwing a million miles an hour, and he reckons you used to throw from up here. I only remember days from about here to about.
Yeah,
Can't even see me
wasn't
over
over
down
the
here.
top. It was about 3/4. Cavanagh, he got a fair few hits off us. So it was about 3/4.
It was
Well, you know what happens when you throw strikes. I know you give up hits, mate.
that's all I can do is throw strikes. That's the name of the game.
Could give up a long home run in the ABL too. Like just quietly, I could.
Mate.
Mate.
All right. What some of the names that hit the longest home runs off you? That's always a good subject.
I'll give you one because you'll make me cry. But a bloke at Canberra when I was about 18 by the name of Al Shirley. He played for Melbourne. Big dark guy, mate. Huge. Well, went back in the day. We used to play straight across Bruce Stadium. And they had the stand. It was on a bit of an oval. Well, he's hit it to the top row. Straight centre field. That's a fair poke. And with timber too, I couldn't complain. He was swinging tin. But then David White was our manager or pitching coach at the time. And he comes to the game the next day. We have court. And he brings out this baseball that's near half ripped in half. And it says $2. Thanks, mate. Al Shirley. And he goes, mate, on the way in the Sava to the ground, I come the back way and I ran this over. So, mate,
That's awesome.
mate, you didn't have to be given, and you didn't really have to give up long ones playing at Parramatta and Hunter.
Yeah.
Marathon Stadium.
Marathon Stadium was brutal.
But
Pop up in your right there.
it was a big hit to left and centre.
Oh, yeah.
And plenty of kids, when I used to pitch, used to run straight around the centre field. The big fish in there.
Oh, mate, I remember a few days in that outfield chasing some fly balls. I don't know if I ever caught one of your home run balls, though. Hunter Eagles, mate. That
did a
was
lot
some
of
good
chasing.
days.
I played the year before. I wish I played the year when Everett Stowe was there.
Yeah.
Hey, I've
That would be
got a
something
ball.
to do.
I got a ball in my mantelpiece signed by Everett Stull when I was a kid. and it's still here.
See that, Dolly?
What?
He knows where his Everett style baseball is, but he can't find his Mark Dollimore baseball card.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, typical.
Yeah, because it's under the bed somewhere. He's used that for something.
No, it's under Heidi's pillow.
Yeah, fair enough. Xavier, bring back the
all
Eagles.
good.
I'm hearing you. Bring them back. How good.
Oh,
Well,
was Bucket needing a job?
I know we'd never get a 100 Eagles back, but how good would it be having that back in Newcastle, having like a purposely built stadium and having the game back in Newey? It would be unreal.
I mean, you got 3 Australian players that you could sign, don't you?
Absolutely.
2 starters and a first baseman.
And Newcastle, if your team's winning, Newcastle get behind you.
That's right. Look at Randall with the Knights. Hasn't been for about 7 years, but God, he's a good Knights supporter.
Season pass holder, mate.
Yeah, I know. You still haven't been.
They're winning. There's too many people there.
They'll one, Dolly. Come on, give him one. I know he's missing.
Oh, mate.
Seriously. Go on, give him one.
Let's go, Ninja.
Love it.
He'll hear better ones than that.
I know he will. Here you go in
$20.
October, eh? I heard you.
Yeah.
$20. Excuse your seat.
Deposit goes in tomorrow, they reckon.
Fair enough. Tell you if Hudson's not listening, mate. So I think we banned him from the show a few months back, and he hasn't been back since.
He got upset.
He's a pest.
Who?
Toothless.
T.F. Hudson.
Fang, what happened to him?
Nothing, mate. Nothing's happened to him. I think he's put a self-ban on himself. Every time he comes on, Anyway.
From the show. He doesn't want to come on.
Well, he can talk some.
We won't dial him in.
Oh, mate. We could sit and talk forever about baseball. Thanks heaps for coming on, Dolly. We are going to talk about MLB. Poor bastard got mugged at Port.
I don't know if you can mug yourself.
What happens on tour stays on tour. So
yeah, exactly.
We're not going there.
Very good. Very good. All right. Well, I won't hang around for the MLB. I'm too old for that.
MLB, Dol.
The Dodgers, my brother, the Dodgers.
See ya. Thanks heaps, mate. Appreciate it.
Good chat, brother.
Take it easy.
See you in October, Randall.
Yeah.
See ya. Yes, Chid, you are right. I never show up to these end of season trips. I have paid my $20 or it goes in tomorrow. Not sure which one. So you'll have to wait and see.
Even Pete Wales has got a better fucking showing than you, Hudson.
Yeah. I can't do it, Randall. I can't do it.
He won Rookie of the Year on his only trip.
Did he? Hey, hands of a fly surgeon, that bloke.
Fly surgeon.
Good to have Dolly in. It was good fun, eh? He's a good sport. Been around baseball a long time. It's always good to chat to someone that's been there and done that, but also gives back to clubs and different things amongst the community. Let's talk some MLB.
He's a great bloke, mate. We miss him down here, so
absolutely.
Hopefully he comes back soon.
Yep, I don't think so, but yeah.
Me either.
Let's talk some MLB, NRL, VAC, Supercards, and let's get out of here, mate. What do we got first? Spring training is in, and it started, mate. We've got pitchers and catchers reported last week, and we've seen some live at bats. Did you see Paul Skeens today? That filthy...
Yes, mate. I did. Filth.
As filthy as his mustache, that's for sure. It was.
Hey, nothing wrong with that.
It's pretty bad. Hey, we looked at these last week. The spring training hats. I want to throw it up on the big screen this week so everyone can get a look at them. There are some pretty cool ones there. Dolly's Dodgers down the bottom, mate. Not a fan. Who was your go-to? I can't remember.
I like Oakland's. Oh, sorry,
Yeah.
the Athletics
Athletics for sure.
and Mets.
Yep.
Something a bit
And
different.
I don't mind the San Diego either.
There's the John.
Wales, Vagina.
There was another one actually that I did like.
The Snakes is pretty cool.
Yep.
At the bottom. Yeah. Anyway, spring training's up and running. It's good to see baseball back and firing. It's only, I think, we get our first taste of spring training on the MLB radio on Sunday, Randall. I think we get our first game, so
Yeah.
it'll be
Okay.
ready. I look forward to that. Couple of blokes playing left field this year. Mike Trout.
Right field for Mike Trout.
Yeah, right field for Trouty and left field for Altuve.
I don't know what he's doing out there.
It's a big wall if he's got to climb it.
At least no one's climbing that wall, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, that's it. Getting some reps in out there today. He asked if he's given Jose Altuve any advice on his transition to left field. Your Alvarez replied with a smile, I don't think I'm necessarily the best person to be giving defensive outfield tips. Fair points, and that's why he's the DH. So,
Shit. Can hit a long ball.
what about Trout though, mate? Trying to keep him a bit healthier and moving to right field. Good, bad. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, why not? Well, if it's going to keep him a little healthier, I guess. But who goes to centre field? Is it Mickey Moniak?
I don't know. Not sure.
You know, I think he was
What-
a first round pick or a number one pick maybe a while back, and yeah, he's not getting a lot of game time.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll see. I'm not 100% sure. I can find out on Twitter. I did have their thing up, but what as a
Does
centre
it make
fielder-
that much difference?
I was about to say, as a centre fielder moving across, how much difference is there? I know you've got different angles and things like that. Not being an outfielder myself, mate. What's going to be the big differences for him? Not
I'm
as
just
much
thinking
room
like
to colour, or what?
they're saying. Well, I suppose he's not got as much room, but I don't know. Like how much is it saving him? What's it really? What are they trying to achieve by moving him there?
Yeah, I don't know. They're just trying to get him through a full season, I guess. But it's been a while, hasn't it? Since
It
he's been
has.
through a full season. But
But would him play? I just don't know. Playing there, is that going to make any difference to his health?
yeah, I'm not sure. 1 second, mate. Go on. Not here. Davo's not here. So you say right to BJ?
Bye.
Say see everyone.
See you, pal.
It's got clothes on tonight. Sort of.
Perfect.
Yeah, I don't know, mate. I think it'll be a good one. Sorry. 1 second.
Jeez, the family's all in. The family's all wanting to go to bed, keeping everybody up. Imagine if we did this later. It'd be even
Yeah,
worse.
used to do it at 9 o'clock, but Gracie's peace out. Mate, good on him going to giving him a go at right field though. And though Altuve, I don't think Altuve will last out there. I think he'll be back in the infield and they'll switch around something. But
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to see Altuve out there. But anyway,
Yeah.
see what happens.
We'll see what happens. You know, a little bit less running around for him, but I don't know. I don't see it saving him. It's not where he's getting hurt, is it?
No, that's it. Mate, I've seen this one, MLB Now, top 10 right now shortstops. I don't really agree with this list. Now, you've got your boy Gunnar Henderson, number 1, Seager, Lindor, Witt Jr., Betts, Swanson, Correa, Dela Cruz, Adames, Trey Turner. Would this be your top 10?
Not in that order,
Yep.
and possibly not.
Let's go your top
Um,
3, mate. Top 3 who you think would be right now the top 3 shortstops.
I think Bobby Witt Jr. is number 1.
He's my number one also.
I don't think anyone else could be number one. It's pretty tough after that. Mookie Betts has got to be somewhere up around that top one or top two or three.
Yep.
And then I guess it's what do you like? Corey Seager, maybe number three, between probably him and Gunnar Henderson, and then Francisco after that.
Yeah, I'm up there with Witt Jr., Corey Seager, number two. My number three, mate, might be a little bit different than yours. I like Dansby Swanson. I know he didn't have the greatest year last year, but I'm up there with him for number three. Tell us in the comments who you think maybe is your top three.
It's pretty tough. It's pretty tough.
It is.
Yeah,
it is.
It all depends on what. Ellie De La Cruz,
number 10, Trey Turner, like been around for a good amount of years, playing good baseball still. So
yeah, and again though, another bloke that wasn't really in form last season. Like he was beautiful. He was getting booed by his own fans. Like he had a real tough trot, and then he sort of picked it up again. And if you're looking at people that are performing, like even Ellie De La Cruz, he's a big name. He's going to be massive, but his year wasn't that great.
No.
It's hard to put him in a top 10. I think he was the highest. I think the most errors of any shortstop in MLB last year.
Yeah.
So how can you put him in your top 10?
Yeah,
that's my thought anyway.
I've just got another one to do.
So I don't know, mate. Tough one. The same as I was saying, Rafael Devers is in the top 10 third baseman. I don't even think he's the top third baseman in his team anymore.
Did you see the interview today about him moving from third base?
No.
And he just goes, "Nah, I'm not going to." And then you had the GM there, and it was pretty nasty. You should go and check that one out. I'll find it for you.
Defensively, Bregman's a better third baseman, I think.
100% he is.
And even in saying that, I think he's still a better bat.
Yep.
So
those that play fantasy baseball, 2025 fantasy baseball rankings: Shohei Ohtani, Bobby Witt Jr., Aaron Judge, Ellie De La Cruz, Ramirez, Henderson, Betts, Tucker, Corbin Carroll, and Juan Soto. I cannot sort of disagree there, Randall, on any of those. They're all up there, aren't they? So
for fantasy stats, 100%.
Yeah, for sure. I haven't played fantasy baseball for a few years now, so wouldn't know. Couple of things to get through here, mate. We've got a few team lists that MLB put out, and they put out the 2024 MLB pitching ranks. Seattle led the ERA, they led the innings, opponent average, opponent OPS, the K-walk ratio, and quality starts. With their rotation, are they going to get in the playoffs this year?
I'm a little bit surprised by those stats.
Yeah.
They weren't even really contenders, were they?
Nope, they weren't. And but their pitching staff, red hot. I know we talked about their pitching staff last year, but I didn't know their numbers were that good.
Got to score runs.
Got to score runs. I hope they got some offense this year, but.
It did say, the ERA was pretty high, was pretty low. So was there a lot of errors that let in runs?
Maybe. Who knows?
They always didn't score any.
Nah, that's it. Dodgers, mate. Have a look at this rotation, and that's without Shohei Ohtani. Blake Snell, Yamamoto, Glasnow, Sasaki, Gonsolin, Dustin May. So 6-man rotation without Shohei Ohtani. And then they'll line up Ohtani, Betts, Freeman, Hernandez, Muncie, Smith, Conforto, Edmund, and Kim. Will they go back to back, Randall?
With that sort of lineup, how can they not?
True story. I hope
Are
they
you thinking of
don't.
people that
Dolly, if
aren't in
you're
that
still
starting
listening,
nine?
no one likes the Dodgers.
No, I hate it.
What a
But, you know,
lineup, though.
yeah, well, you think like there's up that's their starting nine, but what else have they got sitting in the sidelines as platoon players or to come in off the bench or whatnot?
Yeah. No
Right.
idea. They've got heaps.
Yeah,
Got plenty.
it's all the same as
Spent
last year. You know, your Kike Hernandez and those sort of guys. So
Yeah,
they're in a starting side anywhere else.
absolutely. Mate, I know Davo's not here tonight. He's having a bit of family night. We're going to run through his Boston team anyway. So Duran, Devers, Bregman, Carr, Story, Yoshida, Wong, Abreu, Rafaela. Not a bad lineup for Boston. And let's have a look at their rotation, which is pretty red hot. I don't know. What's your thoughts on these six here?
Yeah, there's a couple of pretty good ones there. There's a couple that I still think are probably gettable. I think Tanner Hoyk, he had a pretty good season last year, but you know he's got to back it up.
Yeah.
Carter Crawford, I don't think he'll be a starter.
Yeah.
He sort of filled a hole last year, I think, for him and was okay.
There's six there, so I'm guessing they'll cut one anyway and be a five-man rotation.
And Brian Bello, I would say he was my number 5, but you know.
Yeah, there you go. Walker
You know, you
Buehler.
look at Garrett Crochet, Walker Buehler, Lucas Giolito.
Yeah.
All big names.
Fair lineup for the Red Sox this year. I know we talked about a few weeks back saying they picked up a few, but what about your O's, mate? Run us through the rotation and I'll take the lineup.
Yeah, so Zach Eflin is apparently going to be their ace. Grayson Rodriguez, Charlie Morton, Dean Kramer, and Sugano, who's just come in.
I haven't
So
seen much
interesting.
of Sugano, mate. What's
mate,
the deal there?
straight into American MLB.
Yep.
Big raps on him, but we'll see. Charlie Morton was their big pickup.
Yeah.
Zach Eflin come across last season in a late trade, and yeah, he didn't really set the world on fire. So he's got a bit to live up to.
Just got
We saw
rid of one of your pitchers as well.
Yeah,
though.
John Means gone.
John Means gone.
So it's
Tough.
interesting.
Lineup mate: Henderson, Westberg, Rushman, Cowser, O'Neill, O'Hearn, Mountcastle, Holiday, and Mullins. Fair lineup there. Let's see what the boys can do this year. See if they can go one step further.
Yeah, it'd be interesting. No Santander anymore. Off to Blue Jays. That's a big hole. What he hit 44 home runs or something.
Yeah.
Switch hitter in a very left-hand heavy hitting lineup.
Mate, he'll go right over there. Hey, my
Right, your
Giants,
blokes.
Giants, not, they're probably going to be third or fourth in NL West, I think. Jung-Hoo Lee, who was injured last year, I was excited to see what he did last season, but didn't see much of him. Big signing, Willie Adames at short. Lamont Wade Jr. at first base. I thought they would have possibly traded for a bigger hitter at first base, but not to be. Matt Chapman, Ramos, Yastrzemski, Fitzgerald, Flores, and Bailey. Bailey's our key, I guess, this year. Hitting 9, catching. He had an outstanding season last year. Logan Webb, Robbie Ray, Verlander, Jordan Hicks, Cole Harrison.
You happy with that?
Yeah, I am actually. Decent rotation. And there's another young fella there waiting in the wings. Birdsong, who's been outstanding the last sort of year, up and down. So hopefully he gets a shot as well at some stage. But it'll be good to watch a bit of MLB spring training anyway. Got a couple more, mate, just of interest. I know Brewers, we talked about a bit last year. They won their division last year. Wrong button. Peralta, Cortez, Myers, Saval, and either Ashby or Hall for the 50th rotation. That's a pretty handy rotation for them.
Yep.
And the lineup, who have they lost? Have they lost many from last year?
Willie Adonis.
Yeah. I'm not 100% sure if they lost much, but they're always
looks
around
pretty
the
much
mark,
the same.
aren't they? So they're always around the mark, and it'll be good to watch Brewers. Be a tough one this year. They'll have the patch on the shoulder.
They got a few they got a few young guys in that side actually.
Okay.
Yeah, Bryce Terang, Jackson Churio, Garrett Mitchell. You know, they're all pretty young guys. Joey Ortiz.
Yeah.
So they're all guys that are only 1 or 2 years into the MLB. So they're going to be a good young side, I think.
Yeah, it'll be good to watch. Good to watch.
Nestor Cortez is probably a big one for him.
For sure. We talk about the Yankees a lot. We don't like them, but we talk about them because they're always there. Their rotation, Garrett Cole, old Chicken Fried, Rodon, Gill, Schmidt, and Stroman. It's fair.
Stroman will be gone.
Gone?
Yeah, mate, I think he's having a falling out already.
Yeah, right.
I think they were already shopping him around. Yankees were shopping him around and he didn't like it.
Fair enough.
He got a bit shirty.
This come out today anyway on MLB, so see what happens. They've still got a bit of time. Dominguez, Judge, Bellinger, Stanton, Chisholm Jr., Goldsmith, Wells, Volpe, and LeMahieu. So it's a fair lineup again. They'll be at the pointy end once again, Randall. I think not that we like them, but they'll be up there.
Yeah, well, I think LeMay. I don't know about LeMahieu playing third base. We'll see what happens there, but I think they've had some good pickups this year.
Yeah, absolutely.
Austin Wells catching for him. I think he might be their weak link.
Yep.
Other than that, it's a pretty solid lineup.
I
think it'll be a flag winning side. I think for their division.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Yeah,
but
in that, you just showed 3 of the AL East teams, and yeah, it's sad for me to sit here and think that going to be a third place team.
Yeah, I hope not, mate. I hope not.
Me either, but there's a pretty strong sides there.
Plenty of baseball action, and it is coming around. Football, mate. NRL, I know you don't watch much of the preseason, but I'm going to run through the scores. Sharks 40 over the Raiders 10. Did you see any of the footy, Randall?
Nope. I don't bother, mate. What's the point? They're all reserve grade teams. And
44-18. The Eels over the Knights, Randall. Dolphins 50-8. The Storm got spanked by the Warriors 36-10. Seagulls 34-24 over the Rabbitohs. The Broncos 50. Titans 12. Bulldogs 20, Tigers 14, Dragons 26, 8 over the Roosters.
Yeah, mate, you had the Indigenous All-Stars versus the Maori All-Stars on the weekend too, so all your big name players aren't playing. So it's just, yeah, I'm not worried.
Yeah, a few weeks yet before the main game, or the main season starts.
Yeah, it's only a few weeks away. Vegas, mate.
Yeah, it'll be big.
Maybe we need to get a press pass for next year.
Yeah, no, we're working on it. I'm pretty sure the 22 cents from everybody clicking on those ads out there that we're getting, you know, I'm pretty sure that's
smashing the
not gonna
subscribe
go
and
too
like
far.
button.
Yeah, smash that subscribe.
Smashing it.
Hey, V8s are in Sydney. Did you see the V8s toured Sydney Harbour and over the bridge? And it's pretty cool to see. Good spectacle.
Yeah, I did, mate. It was good, wasn't it?
It was good.
I was just hoping someone was going to open it up on the Harbour Bridge.
Coming up on, it must have been one of the coming out of one of the tunnels. I think someone lit it up a bit, and had to contain themselves a little bit. I think the Thrifty Sydney 500 kicks off this weekend. So the first Well, here's some of the pics, mate, of the V8s over the bridge, and yeah, pretty cool. Yeah, the Thrifty 500 kicks off this weekend down in Sydney, Friday through to Sunday. Should be good. Who do you go for, mate? Your cousin Randall or
Yeah, Thomas Randall, mate.
Thomas Randall? Nah, should be good. He's going all right. Did all right. Bathurst, and he's that 12-hour Bathurst the other week. He did get an early stint, but Lownsy crashed out on him, so
Yeah,
he didn't get another drive.
unlucky.
I'm heading down tomorrow, mate, to watch the Open Day down there at Sydney Motorsport Park. So should be good to get a bit of footage and see what it's all about. See some of the new cars and some of the things they're testing. But other than that, that's our week in sport. Have you got anything else you want to throw in, Randall? Good luck to you boys
mate.
in the grand finals. Or finals.
Yeah, grand finals. Yeah. Good luck to all those that are playing this weekend for the kids.
Yep.
Be nice. Be fun. Hot weekend.
Will
That's
be
it.
good.
Come and try baseball
Yeah.
at your local club.
If you are in Newcastle, obviously we're tied to the Toronto Tigers, but there are plenty of different clubs out there around. If you're in different areas, check out Newcastle Baseball or check out Baseball New South Wales or wherever you're listening to. I'm sure there's a come and try day near you. Get your kids involved. It is a sport that is on the up again, so growing again, which is great to see.
Yep.
All right,
Very
mate.
inclusive.
It is. Let's leave it there. Thanks for those that have tuned in on Facebook, YouTube, X, and Facebook. What's the other one? What are we on? TikTok
Tiki-toki.
Live. So, thanks for tuning in. Anyway, peace out, fellas, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye.